Okay, this lesson is going to be on how to build chords in a major key. All right, and so we're going to start out by just writing down the numbers of the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we understand that the distance between each of these notes, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, and half step. So we can build any major scale we want if we're using the piano to help us here. So let's say, for example, we build a C major scale. It just so happens that on the piano, the white keys are built like that, right? So that's why you can play all the white keys and play a C major scale. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay. Now, when we build chords, we think vertically, so we're going to stack scale degrees. So it's important to realize that in this model, we're going to stack thirds, which is tertiary, or we stack in intervals of thirds. So the one chord is made up of 1, 3, and 5. Yeah, light bulb, did you hear it? The 2 chord is 2, 4, and 6. You're always skipping one scale degree. The 3 chord, 3, 5, and 7. The 4 chord, 4, 6, and 8. 8 is the same as 1. The 5 chord, if we're just speaking of triads, 5, 7, and 2. 6, 8, and 3. Remember, 8 and 1 are the same thing. 7, 2, and 4. So here we're building triads in a major key. When you build these triads with these scale degrees, you create intervals between the root and the third and the fifth of each chord. Okay, so the 1 chord is made up of a root, a third, and a fifth, and it happens to be scale degrees 1, 3, and 5. It creates a major chord. The reason it's a major chord is the distance between the root and the third is a major third, and the distance between, intervallically, between the third and fifth is the minor third. When you add a major third and a minor third together, you get a major chord, and that's why we see the upper Roman numeral. The 2 chord is a minor chord, and that's because it's switched. The distance between 2 and 4, that's the distance of a minor third. So this is a minor third plus a major third. When you add those 2 intervals together, it creates a minor chord. So when you go through the whole scale, the 3 chord's also a minor chord. The 4 chord is a major chord. The 5 chord is a major chord. 6 is minor. And then the 7 chord is a special chord because it's made up of 2 minor thirds. So it's what's called a diminished chord. That's how you build your chords in a key. All right? In a major key. These are the qualities. My dog wants to come in and see the theory lesson. Caps, you want to come in? Come on in, Caps. No sense to be out there whining. All right. So we have major chord on 1, 4, and 5. And then our minor chords are 2, 3, and 6. And we have 1 diminished chord here on 7, 2, and 4. So when we start building the scale, if we're in the key of C major, this would be C, E, and G. That's your 1 chord. D, F, and A. I'm following the notes of the scale. E, G, and B. F, A, and C. G, B, and D. A, C, and E. B, D, and F. And that's it. Now it's shifted a little bit. Sorry about that 1 chord, 2 chord, 3 chord, 4 chord, 5 chord, 6 chord, 7 chord. Okay, they almost lined up, but I didn't do it quite in line. That works for every single major scale. So you just pick any key in a major key. Like for example, let's say we were starting on a D. Whole step, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. D up a whole step is E. E up a whole step is F sharp. Half step is G. Up a whole step is A. Up a whole step is B. Up a whole step is C sharp. Back to D. There's your D major scale. That's why D major has 2 sharps, because of the whole steps and half steps. If you're thinking about how the piano works. Whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step. That's why C sharp, half step. Okay, you can only use each letter once. All right, now if we stack, the 1 chord is scale degrees 1, 3, and 5. So now it would be D, F sharp, and A, because we're in a new key. The 2 chord, 2, 4, and 6, E, G, and B. It's a minor chord. The 3 chord is made up of scale degrees 3, 5, and 7. F sharp, A, C sharp. Scale degree 7. Scale degree 5. Stacked vertically. 4 chord, 3 chords minor. 4 chord is a major chord. It's made up of the same intervallic relationship as the 1 chord. G to B is a major third. 4, 6, and 8. So, I mean, these are like little mind games, but you can say that the 5th of the 4 chord is the root of the key. 4, 6, and 8, or 1. The 5 chord, 5, 7, 2. That should be an E. That's the weirdest looking E I've seen in a while. Okay. The 5th of the 5 chord is the 2nd in the key. Right? The 6 chord, the 7 chord. Now, the only one we didn't talk about is the 7 chord. The 7 chord is a diminished chord because it's made up, oh, I guess we did. It's made up of 2 minor thirds. 2 minor thirds stacked together, minor third plus minor third equals a diminished chord, and that's why the circle's there. It represents diminished. All major scales work this way, so all you got to do is plug and play. Put all the notes of the scale and then stack vertically. 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6, 3, 5, 7, 4, 6, 8, 5, 7, 2, 6, 8, 3, 7, 2, 4. Hope that makes sense. That's how you build chords in any key. And when we get into minor keys, it's the same idea, except the whole step and half step configuration is different. So when you stack vertically, you end up with different qualities. Okay? You guys are doing great work. Keep it up.